fucking cost. Hell yeah, I be the greatest. Hell yeah, I be the boss. Hell yeah, I'm in the latest, cause I play the fucking cost.
What up though, YouTube? It's your boy Simply JL, and we're back with another video. In today's video, what do I want to tackle? Some of the things that I see when I am out in these YouTube streets and I'm just looking at other people's channels and seeing their engagement on their comment section, I think it's pretty cool. One thing that I definitely hear, and sometimes you can pick out those comments where people are really searching for a voice of clarity. You can see different things. And I think when you are a person that builds up a following, I feel that it's I know and I think that it's your responsibility to kind of, one, give the people what they want, obviously, and then two, to help people because they are gravitating towards you for a reason and a purpose. And sometimes when you're down in the comments, you can kind of gravitate. I don't know about you, but sometimes I can actually point out the comments that are actually searching and reaching out and yearning for something, right? And sometimes the internet can be a cruel place, and people can make fun. One of the things that I like is, I think it's the doctor's oath, which is do no harm. I kind of wish that kind of applied to the comment section, right? But I'm like anybody else. I enjoy a good laugh. I like sarcasm. Sometimes the stuff is just funny as all hell. Cool. But one of the things that I want to get into today is I want to talk about your foundation. What is your foundation like, and what does that mean? Specifically, this is what I mean. Well, first let's get into what foundation really is. Foundation, basically, if you're familiar with the building, it's basically a building block to a building. It's the lowest load-bearing part of the building. And ideals is basically an underlying basis or principle for anything. Simply put, it supports something else. And so why is the foundation important? Again, before I go into more detail on any video, I usually release a short relaying a little simple story or something I want to convey at the point in time, so I can make a video about it later, right? And so basically I was talking about, a guy having ear hustling a conversation between two friends. One guy communicating to his boy that, whatever decision that he makes, nothing seems to go right. And so, like I said in the video, sometimes you have to go back to the root of the problem. One of the roots is you have no basis or underlying principles on things, right? And so things can fall apart easily. You have to check the foundation, y'all. Like, seriously. And that's on many different things. Like, you may have saw maybe a couple months ago, how all of a sudden a building in Miami, I think it was Miami, or definitely in Florida, might have been Miami, how it just collapsed out of nowhere. Half the building was intact and the other wasn't. And they didn't know how that happened. And just like that, instantly, people lost their lives and stuff like that. That's a building structure. Now let's apply it to our personal lives. When you don't have a solid foundation of underlying principles, sometimes your life will be in chaos. And let's be real about it. Having an exciting life is exciting as long as you don't get hurt. When you get hurt, that's when it starts not to become exciting. I always say a boring life is the best life because you can introduce what you want into it. So let's get into it, the foundation, right? You have to make sure your foundation is solid. And by that, I mean, if you see a speck, a crack, if you believe you have a speck or a crack in your foundation, your core principles that govern your life, you need to examine that and see if you can repair, fix, improve any of it. And you need to do it expeditiously. Because what's going to happen, something small that goes unchecked, becomes something larger that cannot be checked until it destroys something that you love and value. Sometimes in life, you may not, and you do not realize it until it is too late. That is why you must always check your foundation. For example, in the YouTube space, what seems to really be big right now is relationships between men and women. The issue, one of the main issues, is the foundation on which that relationship exists is broken. So you have people on both sides saying, well, this needs to happen and that needs to happen. Let's first look at the foundation. And the foundation is, to be in a relationship, you need another person that you value. Right? And so again, check your foundation. What are your guiding and supporting principles to be in a relationship? Foundation is important in every aspect of life. Think about that. If you have no reason for doing it, why do it? Foundation is very important. I mean, come on. I mean, why build a conglomerate business if you have no intent in something? What is your basis for doing it? The foundation is the beginning to everything because it supports everything that you build on top of it. And so if you aren't sure that your foundation is sturdy, it may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. But one day, your foundation could cause everything to crumble, just like those buildings in Miami that were inspected and checked, but somehow, randomly on one day this past summer, half the building just collapsed and no one knew why. And I think at that time, according to reports, they probably won't know why that happened for maybe another 3 to 6 months to a year or even more. But when it comes to your life, can you take such a risk? I didn't think so. I mean, I know I wouldn't. And that's why I'm always examining my foundational and my core elements in my life. Because the person that you are at 20 should not be the same that you are at 25 and 30 and 35 and 40. As you age, you should get wiser, smarter, and better. That's why the running joke is youth is wasted on the young, because young people don't know anything. You think you know, and then life shows you differently. So my message to you today is to simply take stock of your foundation. Understand that it is the building block that you are building your entire life basis on, and it's going to support you. And if it isn't strong, I encourage you to make it stronger. And if you need any guiding principles, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel, and hopefully something I say helps you in some way, shape, or form to better your life. I want to lend something good to the space because I like a lot of the other people that I subscribe to, and they're lending things that are awesome to the space, right? And so if you missed my first video about my golden rule, I'll go ahead and link that to this video. That's just a thought in my mind at the moment, y'all. I'm gonna keep dropping gems and trying to help as much as I can, because another principle that's in my core, I wholeheartedly believe the more you give, the more you'll get back in return, and what you get back in return will dwarf your wildest dreams. So I'm just trying to give as much as I can. And that's pretty much it. So, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know down in the comments if if this resonated with you or not. We're just going to keep rocking out. So until next time, may the next day of your life be more impactful than the day that preceded it. Peace.
Be the greatest. Hell yeah, I be the boss. Hell yeah, I'm in the latest. Cause I play the fucking